Okay, so this is my Fluval Edge 46 litre tank, which I've had for some time now and has been up and running for a while with a few different types of fish over its lifespan. But 4 weeks ago I had a bit of an issue and had 2 fish die. One died and one looked poorly, so I'd done a water change and treated it. Unfortunately, the next day the other poorly one had died, but the other couple of ones which didn't look too great had made a recovery. So 2 weeks ago I put these 2 rams in here, and last weekend during a water change I added the grass and 3 plants, or 3 additional plants to the tank, with the intention to add a couple more today, plus a CO2 system. So this morning I initially noticed what I thought were some air bubbles on some of the fish and on the rams as well. But very quickly I realised these weren't air bubbles and presume this is white spot. So this morning I went to get some treatment for it. So I bought the Interpet anti-white spot, which I'm obviously going to use in a minute. So I don't know if this came in on the rams when I purchased them and put them in, or if it came in on the plants, which I done last weekend. But yesterday I didn't notice anything on any of the fish, and this morning when I woke up, most of the fish seem to have this on them. As you can see, there's like that white spotty salty patches on them. So I was bemused and annoyed. I think this is actually the first time I've had any fish with white spot, so please leave any comments on how I can avoid this in the future or what I can do better. Today I intend to do a partial water change, add the other plants and the CO2 system, although I am now wondering if I should actually do this or not, but please let me know if I really shouldn't have, and then obviously medicate the tank. So over the next couple of days and weeks I'm going to see how well this medication actually works and if it helps cure it, and also over the next weeks and months I'm going to see how well the CO2 system works. So the anti-white spot treatment, I do have some shrimps in there as well, so obviously I know some medication isn't compatible with shrimps, and I've had a quick look and it doesn't say anywhere on there that you can't use it with shrimps, so I think I'm alright with this. I'll obviously have a quick look closer at the instructions and the dosing and any other issues, and obviously I will take out the carbon filter, which I've only just put back in after medicating it a couple of weeks ago. Next thing to do is take some water out, see if I can get the plants in, and then see if I can get the CO2 system in. Okay, so annoyingly, as I am medicating, I have to take out the carbon filter, which I only put in last week, and I should be able to use that for like 4 to 6 weeks. On the Fluval Edge filter system is fairly simple. It's just a matter of popping this out. Just pop that in there. Let's take out the media. And let's just leave that there for the moment. Put that back in. So unfortunately I have a feeling I might have to throw this one away and put a new one in after I finish the actual medication course. Okay, so I've poured out a couple of bits of the grass I might be able to replant back in, as there appears to be some roots on them, and try to clean out a bit of the previous leftover plants which were just kind of floating around, which I've left in there because I presumed they might have some benefit for the tank, but now as I'm adding more plants I'll just get rid of these. But there are still a few floating around or wedged in there, which I'll see how they get on with the inclusion of the CO2 system. Okay, so I do actually have 3 plants to use, but I'm thinking of only putting 2 in here. My intention is to put this one and the Anabusis, with the first one in this corner and the Anabusis hopefully sitting in around there. I also do have 3 moss balls in there, which I was going to take one out and put into another tank, but if there is the white spot floating around I'll just leave the 3 in here for the time being. Okay, so I've now hopefully planted the 2 new plants successfully, but we'll see if they do take. So next thing to do now is to try and install the CO2 system. Okay, so now to continue with the treatment. So what do we get in the box? We have the bottle of medicine, 1 pipette, and that's pretty much in the box. And on the top of the medicine is the dosing cap as well. So instructions are on the bottle, and there's also a peel back part. is a peeled back part, but I've just taken it a bit too much. So you need to be cautious with that. So I need to get the two. Okay, so I eventually got it. It is a little tricky to pull apart. Underneath the main part of the label there are some extra instructions and extra information. So obviously what it's made up of, cautions, additional notes. Only use this treatment in cold water and tropical aquariums, do not use in marine. To assist rapid eradication of white spot, raise the aquarium temperature to 26 degrees to speed up and therefore shorten the life cycle. So I think I will do that. So this will permanently stain clothes, carpets and most other surfaces if spilt, so I need to be very careful. We'll discolour the aquarium and stain the silicone of the aquarium and some types of rocks and decor. These should be removed, so it looks like I might have to remove all the rocks, which is going to be frustrating. Can be used alongside all Interpet water treatments. Can be redosed 7 days after the final dose, and a 30% water change will not affect the biological filter in your aquarium. Alright, so how to use it. Shake bottle thoroughly before use and remove all carbon, zeolite, filter media, rocks and decor from the aquarium. 1 ml of anti-white spot treats, 10 litres of water. Measure the required amount for your aquarium and mix with half a litre of warm water until fully dissolved before pouring evenly over the aquarium surface. So that's a 46 litre, and you've got 10, 50 and 100 litre doses, which is 5 ml for 50 litres. So obviously I'll put about 5 ml in as it's a 46 litre tank. This is a 2-dose treatment. Repeat the treatment on day 4. So obviously I need to put 5 ml in now, and in 4 days time another 5 ml. If you need to redose or use any other treatment, wait until 7 days after the full course is completed and carry out a 30% water change first. When dosing is complete, carbon, zeolite, filter media, rocks and decor can be returned to the aquarium. Keep locked and out of the way of children, blah blah blah. So obviously you have what is white spot and when to use it, and gives a couple of photos, which is obviously similar to what my fish look like right now. Okay, let's set up the dosing. I'll decide whether I take out the rocks and other bits in a minute. Okay, so I have decided to keep the rocks and other decor in just in case there's any spores that have managed to find the way on there as well. I have pulled out half a litre of water ready to pour the medicine into, and then next thing to do is try and increase the temperature of the thermostat on the heater to 26 degrees, which might prove a bit difficult as well. I just need to clean off the algae which has built up on the top of it. So let's see if I can see what the temperatures are. Okay, so after cleaning off the algae from the temperature gauge on the heater, I had it set at about 24, so I've now put it up to 26. Right, let's open up the meds and see what we've got. Okay, so it has a protective lid on the top. Make 2 holes, hopefully that ain't squirting everywhere. So if I make that one fairly largish. So hopefully this will allow me to pour it through the larger hole with the air being, or the vacuum created being released via the second smaller hole. So I need to fill 5 ml from this. Whoops. Forgot one important thing, to give it a shake. But it's quite a blue liquid. Okay. Okay, let's continue pouring out 5 ml. So lid securely back on, and okay, let's mix it in. So just give it a little mix up first. Let's pour it in and hope I don't discolour the rocks too much. Okay, so one thing I do is write the actual opened date on the lid of the box. So then this obviously gives me an idea down the line of how long it's been open, so I don't go over the recommended expiry date or use by date. Okay, so to be fair, that didn't discolour the water as much as I thought it might do. Previous medications I have used has created a much deeper colour effect, so that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Okay, so today have managed to put 2 plants in, install a CO2 system and medicate the fish tank. So let's see how we are in a couple of days time. Okay, so if you made it all the way through, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Obviously, I'm trying to reach the magic 1,000 on subscribers. So any subscribers will be much appreciated and returned. So if you like it, please leave a comment, let me know. Or also leave a comment if you think there's any ways I can improve. But thanks for watching.